John chapter 2, starting in verse 13. This is the story where he cleanses the temple. The Passover of the Jews was at hand, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. In the temple he found those who were selling oxen and sheep and pigeons, and the money changers sitting there. And making a whip of cords, he drove them all out of the temple with the sheep and the oxen. He poured out the coins of the money changers and overturned their tables. And he told those who sold the pigeons, "Take these things away. Do not make my Father's house a house of trade." His disciples remembered that it was written, "Zeal for your house will consume me." I was thinking about this verse today because we were in a planning meeting this morning, getting ready for our Christmas concert that's coming up in December. And we meet at Starbucks, and we're just planning some details, but we also get to hang out and fellowship. And a word both for the music ministry that God has put me in, as well as specifically leading up to this concert, is the word passion. And so when I thought about that word passion, I tried to sift it through the Bible, and I remember the word zeal that came from this scripture in verse 17, when his disciples, they were recalling a psalm that was prophetic toward Jesus. Isn't that cool that he was like prophecy in front of them? That must have been miraculous. But they were remembering that the psalm said, "Zeal for your house will consume me." And I want to be someone that is level-headed in our society. I don't ever want to come across as uneducated or someone who doesn't use the mind that God has given me. However, I want to be like Jesus, and one of the things that we see is that Jesus spoke with authority, and he was zeal for his house consumed him. And you think about Jesus sitting down and making a whip. I mean, this wasn't a fly off the handle kind of thing. This was very, very detailed. It was very premeditated. This rebuke to remove the things that weren't supposed to be there. And he'd already said, he said in another place, that my Father's house is a house of prayer, not a den of thieves, a house of prayer. And so there was this zeal to be in that spirit of prayer. And, I don't want to just sing songs whenever I sing. And God gives me the ability to write and record and to lead worship or perform. I don't want to just sing songs. I want people to get a sense of a desperate man. That passion comes because of what Jesus has done for me. Because He's asked me. He said, "Follow me," and I confessed Him as my Savior and Lord, and I follow Jesus to the best of my ability, and every day He changes me. And one of the way that He always is reminding me is, "Frank, you're not in this to sing a song or just to be there. I want you to be like me and have a zeal for my house. Be consumed with passion when it comes to this." God, please help me to be a person of passion for your name, one that has a zeal for your house.